Tonight, we're turning to our viewers, you, for help. In August 2020, a man was stabbed to death in broad daylight less than 100 yards away from a playground. Then his killer vanished until tonight. At least that's the hope from Cook County detectives working the case. They revealed critical clues in unseen surveillance video only to CBS 2 investigator Brad Edwards, with the hope that someone watching tonight will recognize something, anything, that could give detectives the big break.
This is someone who's very cold and calculating.
This is evidence in a man's murder, never before seen. The victim being led to his death.
911, what's the emergency?
The dad at the nearby playground desperately dialing 911.
There's a murder. The guy just...
The distinctive getaway car.
See right here?
And the perseverance.
And you'll see them walking southbound.
By determined detectives to create a forensic accounting of the getaway. In a moment. First things first.
And down this path is where the incident occurred.
This was particularly violent.
Very gruesome.
I dropped to my knees, was shocked.
The spot that I'm standing in is where Martin Urbina was discovered, deceased.
It's mind-numbing.
He needs to be identified and stopped.
Detective Ginny Georgantis on the case.
So that's Martin Urbina, the victim.
Urbina, 52, murdered at a forest preserve. Kids on nearby swing sets and parents heard the screams.
He was gone just like that.
Urbina's friends of 30 years.
You know, he would give you the shirt off his back kind of guy.
A white-collar Ford worker, a Cubs fan, and he loved his elderly mother.
We were best friends, took her out to dinner often.
On August 8th, 2020, the last thing Mr. Urbina did was make his mom breakfast. He then left.
He did not tell her where he was going or where his whereabouts were.
Detective Georgantis.
Hundreds of man-hours were spent.
Tasked.
The suspect is leading the way into the forest preserve.
With who did it.
It was almost 3,000 video clips that were collected and that were reviewed in order to, track the offender and try to put all the pieces together of what happened that day.
And you're seeing them for the first time.
Past the playground, past the gazebo, and then down this path. The victim, Martin Urbina, was found right around this area right here.
Murdered 100 yards away from the playground.
It's very bold. Midday, people all around.
Even more chilling, what transpired after the suspect killed Mr. Urbina.
911, what's the emergency?
There's a murder. I saw him stabbing him. Yeah, the guy's covered with blood right now.
Who is walking away from the crime scene.
Unhurried, seemingly unfazed.
There he is right there.
Detectives say, note the man's gait, his stride.
He's walking casually north on the trail right now.
This surveillance footage shows the mystery man blased his way to his car and removed his shirt. After sitting in his car for nearly a minute, he drove off.
This is a person who clearly has no qualms with just violent acts at any time, any place.
Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart has been working with detectives on this case for more than a year.
That's him right there. If we find the vehicle, we could possibly link it to an offender. And then
they believe the offender's car is a spruce green Grand Marquis.
So this is probably one of the best photos that we have of the vehicle.
It has a noticeable dent in the rear door. The emblem on the front grille is missing, and there's no license plate. Detectives scoured and gathered surveillance video from nearby residences and businesses to track the suspect's escape route for 2 miles, from the moment he exited the forest preserve on Ditka Drive all the way to 77th Court in Elmwood Park. And then a turn, the stumper.
We need the public's help.
There was no more video, or it was taped over.
And this is a dangerous person.
A turn that ultimately turned the case cold.
There's a killer on the loose who may do it again.
The casual daytime killer now has Cook County's best, looking to you for the who.
And that was CBS 2 investigator Brad Edwards. Have you seen that man? Have you seen that green Grand Marquis? We have the story online at cbschicago.com right now to share. And here's the number to call if you know anything. We've also posted that on our website.